Aaron and Vivek are cooking up quite the bromance, and Jazz just can't seem to get past the dress. What's good, y'all? She gets this Erica Vane coming to you again with another Grownish video. In this video, we are breaking down episode 12 from season 4 of Grownish, their graduation year. We are getting closer and closer. This episode, y'all, was very, very low-key. It was focused a lot on Nomi and Luna, and Phil coming back into Luna's life. He is now ready to try to be a dad, and they're trying to figure out what that looks like, as well as Jazz grappling with her feelings around DEZ's sexuality and specifically how he dresses in dresses. I thought this episode was cute. It was kind of low-key, honestly. Everything that happened between Nomi and Phil, it just made sense, and I understood completely how she was so overprotective and extra judgmental and critical of Phil. When Phil says that he can't make it to Luna's birthday party, can they just move it to another day? She has to reiterate, no, this is important, and he doesn't actually really clarify what he's doing in reference to flying out and why he can't, move his plans versus trying to move the girl's birthday, which all feels like, new parent stuff, especially if it's new co-parenting stuff. Phil makes a mistake and Luna falls, and then that sends Nomi into a spiral, but then also she allows Luna to choke on a grape while she's trying to fuss Phil out at the door. So they both have their little missteps as parents, and I thought that was really cool to see how they showed this part of the story, because it was just very balanced and it put things in perspective for Nomi. I think that she could potentially start to fall for Phil, just in we get to see their journey in this episode over the course of a few weeks, and it seems like they are having a nice little family. Phil gets a studio apartment by the end of the episode, and he wants to be closer to her so that he can cultivate a relationship with Luna and really learn how to be a really good dad, and he's 100% in, and I'm excited about that. But I am nervous about what that's going to mean for Nomi and how she feels, and if she's going to develop deeper feelings. Now, Jazz is caught between a rock, a hard place, and a dress, because Dez wants her to come to this track banquet, and he wants to wear a dress to it. He literally pulls up a picture of Lil Nas X on the red carpet and it's like, yes, I'm feeling this vibes. And then Jazz finally admits to him that she's uncomfortable with him wearing dresses, but she knows that that's her thing, and she's trying to process it. She's trying to wrap her head around it, but she would love for this particular event if he could just wear a tuxedo. So initially he agrees to it. He says he understands, but then when it comes time for them to go to this thing, he comes out in this dress, in this lime green scuba suit underneath, and aside from it being a dress, it also don't look good together. You didn't even put the look down. You thought you ate. Give me that plate, Des. I'm all here for you standing in your individuality and you owning your sexuality and you showing up exactly how you want to look or be in this world, but this was not given. You wasn't even serving. I mean, I'm gonna need you to give the girls everything that they need and want in this fashion steez if you gonna do it. If you gonna do it right. Because Jazz was sitting here looking just how she was looking in this red and these snatched, locks, and just serving up this look. You were sitting up there looking like, I don't know. It just wasn't given. I wasn't feeling the dress, Daz. I'm gonna need you to go get another option. Do we have any other dress options up there? Because I need some more. And I just thought that this storyline is kind of powerful. I know that I would probably be in Jazz's camp in reference to not being comfortable with my man wearing a dress as well. But I understand what Des is saying, and I'm glad that he stood up for himself and he didn't allow himself to compromise in this moment, especially because it felt like she was asking him to dim his light, even though that's not what she was intending to do. Ultimately, I think that them going their separate ways was the best bet, because at the end of the day, they could be really great people, they could be vibing, but if enough things are not aligned and you feel like you have to compromise your identity for someone, then you are just not a good fit. And I think that that's what that says. It's neither of them are wrong, right? Jazz is not wrong for being uncomfortable with him wearing a dress. Jazz is not wrong for unwavering in the fact that he wants to wear a dress. They are just not the right people for each other, and there are other people who will be perfectly fine. There will be men who don't want to wear dresses, Jazz, and those are the men that you should talk to. There will be women who have no problem with you wearing dresses, and those are the women that you should talk to. It's really just that simple, and I wish more people in life would look at it like that, because we can have our preferences and be respectful of each other and just realize where we align and where we don't. Going their separate ways is definitely going to hurt Jazz. We can see that in this episode. She's almost brought to tears as he walks away, and I think it's just because he has really genuine feelings for her, and probably the truest since Doug that she's experienced. But you know, there will be another guy, Jazz. Don't fret too much, honey. In the background, child, Zoey is trying to get Luca to do ASMR with spaghetti to raise money, because him not working with Doug is causing him not to have the seed money that he needs for his company, and Zoey wants his company to survive because she needs the internship. And I'm just like, this is giving very much random storyline, but okay. In this episode, we get to see Zoey confront Kayla, because Kayla, you know, has had feelings about Zoey and how Zoey has been playing her brother or whatever. But at the end of the day, Kayla also got Doug and Luca into this drama by way of her with the whole relationship with Doug. So Zoey kind of checks her on that. Kayla gets tapped in and is able to pull Luca and Doug back together, or at least the beginning of it, because we don't actually get to see them reconcile. And then over in Aaron land, Aaron and Vivek, as I mentioned in the intro of this video, have kind of got a bromance, and they out here going to dinner together, talking about life, figuring out how they can get the things that they want. Vivek is struggling because his drug criminal past is starting to catch up with him, with his past clients being his new boss, which is very interesting. It was a very lighthearted part to the episode. Overall, like I said, this episode was very, very low-key, but I enjoyed it. It was cute. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn your bell notification so you don't miss out on any of my grownish videos, and I will see you in the next one.